Hey guys, welcome back to the Gratitude Incarnate podcast. I'm your host, Amanda Rose, and this is your daily divine download. So, something that has come up recently in my life, I definitely felt a strong urge to talk to you guys about. So, here's the thing. When we're working on becoming a different version of ourselves, a higher version of ourselves, sometimes the people in our lives will start to look at us as being fake, okay? And there's a couple reasons why this happens. I think the main reason why this happens is because those people have gotten used to you being a certain way, a certain type of person, a certain version of yourself, okay? And now you're starting to change those things and the beliefs that you may have had, the habits that you have. And as you go through that process, you may struggle with how you identify with yourself, because parts of you may identify as the old version and some as the new. And sometimes people in your life don't really know how to handle that, so they process that as you being fake, okay? Sometimes when you do things like say affirmations that don't necessarily feel true to who you are in this moment, that may make you feel fake, okay? But that's okay. We have so many thoughts that go through our mind every day. And sometimes these types of thoughts are just going to come up, and that is okay. Sometimes it's kind of like imposter syndrome, like you feel like you're saying that you are someone, but deep down inside, you feel like you're someone else. Like, for example, if you struggle with beliefs about money and you say affirmations like, I am rich, maybe you don't feel rich. Maybe you say things like, I am rich, and people who know you say, she's not rich, or he is broke as a joke. But that is okay, because, these affirmations are to attract what you want or to have gratitude for what you have. That doesn't necessarily mean it has to match where you are at in this present moment right now. Here's the thing. Your current reality is the residual effect of your past actions and circumstances, okay? So what you need to work on right now in the present is creating circumstances and actions that are going to lead to this future that you're affirming with your affirmations, okay? So if, you find yourself in a situation where someone is telling you, that's fake, then remember this, okay? And this is what happened to me essentially. So someone told me that doing this podcast, giving you the messages that I've been giving you, and then my actions in my personal life don't match up. And you know what I said to that? I 100% agree with you. I am on a journey to embody gratitude. I have not completed that process. And there's a possibility that throughout my life, I may never 100% get there. But you know what? I'm okay with that, because my experience here on this earth is to love and to learn. And that's exactly what I'm doing with this podcast. I am loving and I am learning, and I'm showing you how to love, and I'm teaching you what I've learned. And there is nothing fake about that. So remember that when you're on the journey to being your authentic self, sometimes you're going to get off track. Sometimes people may call you out and say, oh, what you're saying doesn't match up to your actual life. Well, that's okay, because I know that my life right now is just a reflection of the past, and that I have the power right now in the present to create my future. Okay. And as long as you're working towards that and you're having gratitude, you're doing all right. So that's my message for you today. Don't let what other people have to say about your journey affect the steps that you take. If I let that affect me, I wouldn't be here recording this podcast today, and I have no clue who this episode is going to help. It may not even help someone today. Okay. But the residual effects of this podcast could mean that it helps someone tomorrow or the next day. And for that reason, I am going to keep showing up. I do put on a professional hat when I do this podcast, but that doesn't make me fake. That makes me a professional, And you guys do get to see who I really am. And I am so grateful for that. We all have shortcomings in life. We all make mistakes, but we can always go back to gratitude. That is beautiful. That is something to be grateful for. So take that with you today. Don't let what others say about you affect the steps that you take. Your journey to your authentic self is yours and yours alone, and no one gets to live it for you. So as far as I'm concerned, it's really none of their business. So with that being said, thank you for listening, and remember that I want you to have a grateful day.